Hey, I'm Eugene and I build and rank websites. We're on our fourth video for trades and solar. We've been looking at builder websites, luxury builder, custom builder. We've been looking at solar websites. We assessed who types in what keywords in the first video. Let me just turn this music down, it's getting a bit louder. In the first video, we assessed how many times the word, solar installer or solar near me gets entered into Google. On the third video, we actually discovered that the word solar quote is really the keyword that you really want to rank for. On the second video, we talked about which are the best ranking builder websites. So essentially understanding if we want to build our website and we want to overtake some of those websites, what do we need to do? How big of a website we need to build? How many blogs? How many backlinks? We assessed that the term home builder I'd probably keep away from. You've got Metricon Homes and some other big guys going for those keywords. I suggest niching down to home builder Brighton, home builder. You can try home builder Melbourne. It'll just take you too long and too costly. I'd niche down. I'd try and gun for something like custom home builder or luxury home builder. Those keywords are actually quite cheap. My suggestion was to run Google Ads. So the purpose of this video, which is now the fourth, is actually to jump to page 3, 4, 5 of Google and find not so good websites and just give them advice and tips on what they can do to get more traffic from Google. Now, once again, just because they're ranked 15th or 20th on one keyword doesn't mean they don't rank on number one on others. We saw plenty websites in both the solar space and the builder space where the website was only getting about 50 visitors a month, but it was on the top page of Google for that one keyword that I was looking for. So what I might do home builder Melbourne. I'm going to jump to page, let's say page 5. Safe to say these are not so good websites. I can already see mistakes, and I'm just going to give general tips. My general tips will follow guides. This is a really basic SEO checklist that I created, and it gives advice on your title, that you should have your keyword in your title. Title is the main section of the main title of your website. You should have your keyword in the secondary title, the H2. You should only have one H1. You should have supporting text with the keyword. You should have your supporting services there. We're looking for the keyword in the title tag, the H1 in the paragraph, in the meta description. You have to have a meta description. All of these things you can Google and find out. So we're looking for all these. If you're wondering what's he paying attention to, they're the things that we're looking for. So let's actually dive in. We've got Sienna Homes. When it has that, it means that whatever they built the website in has chosen the SEO title. Don't do that. Looks ugly. What is this? This looks like it's possibly built with maybe Wix or no, still WordPress. It's just my screen's 4K. Sorry. Okay. So good looking website. So first thing we want to have a look at, maybe they do rank for other keywords, just they don't care about these keywords, or they don't rank for these, but they rank for something else. Let's have a look at how much traffic they're getting, and let's have a look at put it into Screaming Frog, see what mistakes they're getting. They're getting 938 visitors a month, which is like 10 times more than some of the websites that we found at the top of Google in my previous video. So this website's not as bad as we've initially judged, other than that broken title that they definitely need to fix. They rank for Sienna Homes. So great brand exposure. So out of the 900 organic visitors a month that they're getting, 938, 900 of them are for their brand term. So they don't rank for any SEO keywords. They just have great brand exposure. That means maybe they've been around for a long time. Means SEO is terrible, but their service must be great. Their homes must be great. That people are recognizing the name. People are searching them up again. I don't need to look at their backlinks. We know what kind of backlinks at number one. Actually, nothing special was at number one, if you remember. So let's have a look at their on page. Why is it taking so long? This crawl is taking a while as well. No poor SEO title, no meta description. So it's like SEO doesn't matter to them, but that's okay. They obviously they're well established. It's like those cardiologists that I was looking at the other day. That, you know, if it's an established cardiologist, then he's an established surgeon. Not everyone needs SEO. Not everyone needs more business, because once you rank, you essentially get more inquiries, more business, and, you know, some people don't want that. They have enough, or they have enough referrals. So they're missing a H1. So, and also the H2, take a look at our award-winning design. It's like, that's the first title that Google sees. Does that explain to Google what this website is about? 360 tools should not be a title. 10 industry awards. So there's, other than H3, the display home, there's no titles that Google is recognizing this website under. All right, I think that's all I need. Like, no blogs, no guides. There's nothing really for Google to choose this website over another, and you can see that reflected here. They just rank for their brand. They're not really going down. They are actually here. That's probably a COVID dip. Let's go find another one. Oh, and if we go back here, a lot of mistakes. 101 pages missing meta descriptions. 57 missing H1s. I mean, that's enough for just, and I think their images are pretty busted as well. Images are too large. All the images are missing alt text. Alt text is when it's when the image has a description behind it. So when blind people are trying to read the website, blind people use screen readers, and so if you don't have that text, a blind person's going to have a bad experience. Google notices that. It's like, you know, it's a disability element. So you really want to tick off those boxes and please the Google robot. Okay, let's. What I might actually do, I might boot up Surfer SEO, because we want to rank for, was it Builder Melbourne or Home Builder? And we want to understand what the average amount of text and elements that we need on that main page. So just quickly, I'm just going to Home Builder. Okay, while that's going, we're going to find another one. We'll do one more, and then we'll move over to Solar. We're at 8 minutes. So, Langdon Building. Good looking website. Zoom skis. What are they doing in terms of SEO? While that's happening, let's have a look at their, how big is the site? $1,000 pages. Okay, that's another example. The site might be getting heaps of traffic. 1,300 visitors per month. Once again, I think they had a rebuild of a site there, because I think they must have had www or something like that. I'm worried that this is going to have some inclusion, some dirty pages maybe here. Blogs, contact us. Display homes. Okay, what is going on here? I thought this looked a bit funny. So, does this page serve some sort of a purpose to being on Google? No. Does it serve a purpose of being on the website? Maybe. I don't know what was meant to be happening here, but that's some sort of a broken post. Oh wow, there's a few of them. So this is not one. So you wanna, if you're going to show your piece of marble to Google, it better be perfectly sculpted. You can't let Google see these pages. It's not going to do too much damage, but let's just say it goes into a bucket of other mistakes that you've made, and then if that bucket fills up, then they're all the reasons why someone else might be overtaking you, essentially. Let's go back to here. Only 64 different websites mentioning them, so definitely upping that will help with rankings. They are organically building links. What have we got? Was it Sienna Homes? No, Langdon Build. We're going to put it to Screaming Frog and just have a quick squiz. Also, the Surfer's ready, so we're going to compare this site to... Actually, let's have a look at what keywords they rank for. Brand. Once again, another one. 800 search volume. The other one was 900. That's it. Brand and nothing else. So other than their brand and their great service, obviously, they're not really showing up. Display a Home Ballarat, Bendigo, so obviously they're targeting those areas. Home Builders Ballarat, there you go. That's their best keyword. Obviously they're targeting Ballarat. Was it? Drop to position 6. Okay, so it sounds like they're in Ballarat. That should be their keyword they're targeting. Let's have a look if they're actually doing that with their on page. So if I was there, here we go, New Home Builders, Melbourne, Bendigo, Ballarat. Oh, don't do that. Just pick one. Just a little bit spammy for my liking. That's just me. I am not special. So the H1 is there. Great. I think it's a bit spammy. If I was them, I'd do Langdon Building, new home builders, right? Then Melbourne should get its own page. So / Melbourne, and that page, just like we saw Brighton Builders. That's a dedicated page that just concentrates on the keywords Brighton Builders. So Melbourne, Bendigo should get their own pages. Maybe they do. Let's have a look to see if they've got them. I mean, if they do, that's just dumb, because then they're Bendigo display, Diggers Rest display. So what they should be doing is what they're just showing images. Bendigo display is what? Just an image. Oh, that's a mistake. I think they went to link to a page, but they linked to an image. That's a mistake. I might let them know. They can fix it. Building areas, Shepparton and Echuca. So they created these suburb pages here, but it's sort of like, is it Shepparton or is it Echuca? I would do two separate. I would do one for Shepparton, one for Echuca, one for Melbourne, Geelong, Ballarat. Don't try and squeeze it in. So that would be my advice. Once they do that, otherwise they're confusing Google. So let's have a look. Go away. Lots of images with missing alt text. Not a big deal. Just remember that bucket filling up with things to fix. At least they got all the page titles. Good. Missing meta description. 137 pages missing meta description. That's a lot of pages that are missing meta descriptions. Missing H1s. That's okay. That's not too bad. So it's like this page that talks about fixed pricing is missing a H1. Not a big deal because they're not really looking to rank for that house and land. Right. So they're selling house and land. That's cool. That's a bit different. Not that I know. Okay. Do we see a blog? Let's see if we can find a blog. We're filtered by the word count. Sorry that it's so small. That's what she. No, she didn't. So, first home buyers, color bonds. So they do have sort of supporting content, just not in the form of a blog. It's just first home buyers. They've got this text. I mean, so they've got guide-like content. This is great. So here, house and land packages for sale. So there has been an attempt at supporting content. Like it's a good looking website. There's just I can't see a clear strategy of climbing the ranks, and I don't think they will. Where was Surfer? Where was Surfer SEO? Here we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to compare their website to the average of the 10 for the term home builder. Boom. So what we're doing here is we want Google to report to us. So the average in the top 10, average amount of text is 1,100. 11 to 20, average amount of text is 753. That's on the first page. So let's actually compare what Langdon Builders is doing. So they need to, so this is telling us what text, what keywords they need to add into the home page to have a chance to rank for home builder. That's without the city, without Geelong, without Melbourne, just home builder. So home builder needs to be added 1 to 3. Home buyer, add 1. Home builders in Melbourne, 1 to 3. It's because I'm searching for Melbourne, so it's okay. Great. They suggest 458 words into the body, so additional text to load onto the home page. Keeps going. So these are the things that, a lot of green's good. These are the things that if they want to rank for home builder, they should just chisel this into their piece of marble, add these elements to their website to have a better chance of ranking. Let's move over to solar websites. So was it solar quotes or let's go solar installer. I didn't do near me. Once again, we go to page 3 or 4 or 5. Sunline Energy, Sunscape Electrical. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, this could be a big website. They're on page 5, but they're on page 5. They could be on page 5 for this keyword, but are they WordPress? Is this WordPress? Oh, that's odd. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's already SEO elements missing. I don't think it's WordPress. What CMS is this? Didn't look like WordPress to me. We didn't find. Okay, so it must be like custom coded. Nothing wrong with that. It's just when it's custom coded, like it's very easy to not get the SEO elements. There's no SEO title. Looks like there's no meta description maybe. No, the title's there. The meta's there. The H1 is there. The H2 is there. So it's like all the terms are there, but they're not doing too well. So 64 visitors. They are taking something seriously since their website is being recognized for content. That content's not worth any money because the cost per click, that the value is not. Sunline Energy, the brand has a little bit of exposure, 90 visitors a month. Other than that, they don't really rank for. In fact, most of their traffic is their brand. There's backlinks. I'm sorry, I can't get past the fact that it's not WordPress. It just will have difficulties overtaking WordPress websites. Not to say that WordPress is the best. It's just the most, average of the best, if that makes sense. Like if we go up against, MYOB or Zero or another big website, they're not WordPress. But in this space, I probably don't need to continue any further. This website will have trouble getting anywhere unless it's got more links, more supporting content. Yeah, here we go. They're trying to do Canadian Solar. Are these brands maybe? HTML. Yeah, this is manually Canadian Solar. So maybe is someone typing that in? Canadian solar panels found. So it's different solar panels. Anyway, I'll continue. It's not WordPress. That's the general gist. Sunscape Electrical. Not secure. Don't do that. You got to have an SSL certificate. Why choose us to install your solar power? So I'm assuming that's the H1. Wow, big mistakes. Look at this. All H1s. So wouldn't surprise me if this is like Squarespace or Wix or something like that. Let's have a look. Squarespace, there it is. Yeah. So once again, not WordPress. It'll struggle, I'm assuming. Okay, it's my wife starting the car. We're just gonna sit through this until she stops. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. Very nice. Very appreciative. 23 visitors a month, probably on their brand. Sunscape Electrical. Yep. So Sunscape Electrical gets 50 hits each month. So the brand is their best keyword. They generally won't rank for any other keywords. Any other, somewhat competitive keywords. I'm not saying Squarespace is the reason. I hate sort of bashing on Squarespace, and I've built lots of Squarespace websites and Wix websites. I started building Wix websites. After a while you realize, well, why don't they rank? The short answer is if you hit F12, the code that Squarespace gives Google is not as good as the code that WordPress allows, because you can customize it, you can show it more. So you just wouldn't SEO a Squarespace website. You do it to Google. It's like if you're going to sculpt a piece of marble and not blue tack. You just wouldn't, My suggestion to these guys is if you want to climb the ranks and get organic visitors from your website, change to WordPress. Otherwise, stay on Squarespace, turn on a Google ad for your keywords. What have I done? How have I done full screen? Whoa. Did I click on something on their website that did that? No. That's interesting. Turn on a Facebook ad. Remember, a Google ad, and then that way you can get more out of this website. Otherwise, people just won't find you. So I'm not even gonna continue there. I'm not even gonna I lost my mouse. I got 4 monitors. Where's my mouse? Sunscape, solar. I'm not even gonna look at the SEO elements. I'm probably gonna find. Meta descriptions are all there. H1s are all there. Everything's there. So it's in terms of SEO elements, the titles are done better than the other websites, but nowhere to be seen. All right, we'll keep going. psi.melbourne, Premier Solar Installations. Got it. That's what it stands for. Okay, so what's going on here? This looks like probably Squarespace. Yeah, it is. What are the chances? Also not secure. What's going on, Squarespace? Why? Surely you'd let them know. psi.melbourne. Not a big fan of the .city domains, personally. So they used to rank for something in 2019, 23 visitors a month, dropped. Maybe they had a WordPress website back then. Let's have a look. Way back machine. I'm just playing here. I see this a lot. People get a WordPress website for many years. Sure, it's hard to upkeep if you don't know what you're doing. Let's have a look what they had back then. This is what their website looks like now. Same thing. So they had Squarespace. Just for some reason, they used to get more traffic. Is it? Welcome to Premier Solar. Is it the same thing? Yes, it is. It is. Managed Services Australia. Was this with Web Solar Services? You know what? Kill Scythe. Yeah, it is. Yeah, same thing. So it was Squarespace then. What this means is at the time, it's only getting 23 visitors a month. Google was choosing to send these guys a little bit of traffic. They're sitting on 3 visitors a month. Traffic is dipping. So there's no real solar installations. I mean, that's their best keyword. They're actually ranked position 5. They get 2 visitors a month from that term by ranking position 5 for something that gets 30 hits a month. Once again, if you want to rank, go to WordPress, have a proper SEO campaign. Otherwise, don't just go to WordPress for the sake of it. If you're going to go to WordPress, you then need the SEO campaign, that monthly sculpting, the supporting content, the backlinks. Otherwise, guys, just turn on create a dedicated page and turn on a Google ad for when I say a dedicated page. Choose the H1 to be solar installer, and then that's the title of that page. Turn on a Google ad, send the traffic to that page. I think that's it. We're sitting at 24 minutes. I might quickly do maybe another one. Everlight Electrical Solar Panels Installation, Melbourne. So this looks like a big website actually, because they got Everlight Electrical. Okay, this is a bit more serious. Berwick, Narre Warren, Hallam. I'm just looking at the reviews. Let's quickly see their traffic and what they rank for. We'll have a look at what Surface tells us and say, hey, this is what you're missing. 13 visitors a month. Looks like the site went up late 2018. This does look like WordPress, I think. Am I wrong? Yep, it is WordPress. No real blog strategy. Case studies. What's this going to have? This is too thin. This is okay. Solar services. So it's just a good website without an actual SEO campaign. So without a strategy. So obviously the commercial and residential solar, and so the Hallam. Okay, so at least they're targeting those keywords. So they might possibly rank in Hallam. So H1 is there. So it's like it's built with SEO in mind. It's just there's no campaign actively. Well, hopefully they're not paying for it. My dog wants to say hi. Stop it. Hello, my name is Stella. I do SEO. Stop it. That's not nice. What do you want to rank for? We do some audits. Oh, did you get heavier in the last hour? Well, let's have a look actually. Residential solar installation Hallam. Let's see if these guys come up. Solar choice, Everlight. There we go. They're not on maps though. That's interesting. So Everlight electrical. Let's have a look what their GMB. Everlight electrical. So they are in Hallam. You just need to change your Google listing name from Everlight electrical to solar or residential solar installation Hallam. Put those keywords in there. You'll see yourself shoot up. Just be very, very careful. Google is penalizing, suspending listings for dodgy activity. So yeah. A lot of reviews. So with these reviews, don't sort of copy and paste text like this. This doesn't look genuine. Put the badge. There's many ways where you can feed those reviews. They look more genuine. Otherwise, it looks like anyone just loaded a bunch of text. Let's have a look how big this website is. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're not really working on their SEO, I don't think. 37 pages. Excuse me. Yeah, there it is, isn't it? Yeah. Nothing on the backlinks apart from some natural stuff. So they're just missing an SEO campaign. Let's have a look what Surf is telling us. Yeah, a lot of main common keywords are missing from the homepage. If we want to rank for, oh wait, this is home builder. I see. Well, that's useless, isn't it? I think we're going to call it there. I might just recap. This is, I think, the fourth video. We had a look at the chunk of the pie. We had a look at what kind of keywords get entered into Google. So solar quotes was the big one for the solar. Home builder obviously was the big one for builders. Solar quotes keywords were filled with lead gen sites, so people like me that have spent years building these sites. So I'd be mindful. Both cases, I'd be targeting suburbs, take a big chunk of a small pie, and then widen that radius. Maybe go for luxury builder or solar installer, solar installation. So the lower volume keywords that the big guys might not be going for. Take out those. Then work your way up to the heavy hitting keywords. Google Ads, both cases, great way to get traffic, get inquiries. Facebook ads only for the solar. Facebook ads for both, only if retargeting. So retargeting is when someone visits your website, they spend time on a page, you pixel them, and then you sort of follow them around on Facebook. You can advertise to them for 30 or 60 days. Hopefully this has been helpful. Shoot me through your URL or any competitors you want me to. I can make a video, explain what they might be doing, what they're not doing, what you should be doing to maybe overtake them, and what kind of strategies that could help grow your business and get more traffic from Google. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye. Now I done grew up around some people living their life in bottles when they had the golden